I'm with Drake Britton of the Bridgeport Bluefish, former pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. Now, Drake, you're from Waco, Texas. You attended Tomball High School in Texas before being drafted by the Red Sox in 2007. How heavily were you scouted and recruited in high school, and how much interest did the Red Sox specifically show in you, and what was your reaction to getting drafted by them?
I got quite a bit of exposure in high school, through playing summer ball and stuff like that. There was always, for whatever reason, a bunch of scouts that showed up at the game, and I was, just fortunate enough on draft day for the Red Sox to come forward, and I started my career then.
Definitely. You worked your way through their minor league system. You played at GCL, Lowell, Greenville, Salem, Portland, Pawtucket. But I have to ask you about that 2011 season, though. A little bit of a rough year for you with a 1-13 record and maybe close to a 7 ERA. What do you think led to some of those struggles in 2011? And just, did you ever have a doubt that, man, maybe this minor league ball thing's not working out? And did you ever doubt your abilities really after that season?
Quite a bit. 2011 was one of those fun years where, I guess when it comes down to, you either hang them up because you can't take it anymore, or you push through and do the best you can. And 2011 was one of those moments for me where I came to the fork in the road, right there where I made a decision that I'm not going to let something like that beat me. And I feel like me doing that, me being able to get through that, has led to a lot of the things I've overcome in my life, especially when it comes to baseball. And so 2011 was the hardest time of my entire life, having to go through something like that, but it also made me stronger and strong person I am today.
Definitely. Now, 2013 was a big year for you. That was when you got called to the major leagues. You appeared in 18 games for the Red Sox that year. Your first major league game, Red Sox Yankees at Fenway Park on national television. Can't script that situation any better. I remember watching that game on TV too. So your first two batters were Ichiro, Robinson Cano. Pretty tough first two guys. So what was your thoughts on those are the first two guys that got to get out in the major leagues? But that's a lefty-lefty matchup for you. Right. So how do you attack those guys?
I've watched them play for so long, and to be sitting out there and it be as close of a game that it was, and not expecting to go in, and then going into the game and then hearing those guys' name be called walking up. The thought of how to approach or how to attack them kind of goes out the window. The first thing you think of is, wow, that's Ichiro. Yeah. Wow, that's Robinson Cano. But, I just tried to do my best to calm my nerves and just go out there, and, it was – my dream was coming true. So, that's the only thing that I was focused on, and, it was definitely – it was the best moment.
That's great. Now, the Red Sox, they had a lot of experienced pitchers on their staff that year. They had John Lester, John Lackey, Jake Peavy. Who did you benefit the most from being around and learn from on that pitching staff?
Definitely John Lester. When I was younger coming up, they always wanted me to watch footage of him and, watch the way he works and things like that. And that really helped me. But to be around him, and he kind of took me under his wing, like you always hear about the veterans taking care of the rookies and stuff like that. He was that guy for me, and that really meant a lot. But I learned more about just baseball life in general from those big four, from, Lester, Peavy, Buchholz, Lackey, all those guys that they had. Those guys, treated us with respect that you wouldn't normally think they would. But they are outstanding guys, and I couldn't ask to be around a better group.
Awesome. Now, I'm not sure how close position players and pitchers are, but two of the leaders for the Red Sox for many years have been Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz. How close did you get with them, and what did you see from them on and off the field?
Just how professional they are on and off the field. They're great role models. David Ortiz is, he's all time. He's incredible. He'll take time out of his day to help you, whether you're a pitcher, a position player, where you're the clubby, anything like that. He dedicates his time to helping others, and I actually got a chance to, in 2014, have a locker next to Dustin Pedroia, which was incredible, because the whole time I'm sitting there, and you can't help but watch the guy, because he's a character, and he is the face of that team. And to be around, especially those two guys, and get a different aspect, position player-wise, and how they do things, it was incredible.
Yeah, definitely. Now, 2015, you were traded to the Chicago Cubs organization, a new team for you. How did you adjust to getting into joining a new team? And I know Theo Epstein was the president for the Cubs. He had drafted you in 2007 with the Sox. Did you think he was a big part in bringing you to Chicago?
I'd like to think so. I've only been around him twice, and that was the second time. But I was very fortunate to be able to go over there, and they had a great group. And I had, a good time over there. Everyone was super professional there as well. And that was a good year for me. I just wish it would have panned out better. Yeah, because it was nice over there.
Now, the Cubs won the World Series last year. I know you got the opportunity to play with some of those Cubs players that were playing in the playoffs in the World Series. So who were some of those notable teammates you had with the Cubs that got to contribute for them last year?
Matt Caesar.
Okay,
he was up there. He's a great guy. I'm trying to think. Russell Wilson. Addison Russell. Sorry. They're great players. Their young players are incredible over there. So, there was only a matter of when they were going to be up there helping the team out.
Definitely. A final question for you. I know you're with the Bridgeport Bluefish now in the Atlantic League. For many fans, when they think of independent ball, they sometimes think of the worst. But if you look at this team and the other teams' rosters in this league, it's pretty talented and experienced. So what are your thoughts on this season and with the new league and your just goals and expectations for yourself and the team?
Right, yeah. Anybody can think what they want. I don't really care what anybody else thinks. All I'm concerned about is being here, being a part of this team, and, focused on being here and not where I want to be. So I want to enjoy myself. I want to work hard. And if I do that, everything else will fall into place.
Awesome. Drake, thanks so much. All the best to you this season.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.